E aí galera, salve salve. Vamos aqui para a terceira parte do jogo Alan Wake, tá? Desde já, se você está vendo esse vídeo, dê um like. Se você não é inscrito no canal, vai lá, se inscreva, tá? E deixe o seu comentário. Comentário sobre o som, sobre o vídeo, tá legal? Tá, pessoal? Então vamos aqui dar continuidade no jogo Alan Wake.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Manuscrito. Geralmente eu nem leio esses manuscritos. Olha pro cara. Vamos livros aí. Ok. É, o banheiro do cara aqui é grande. Vamos lá.
Continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways.
Deixa eu ver aqui, vou dar uma olhada aqui. Dá uma olhada bem aqui na questão da legenda. Ah, caraca. Deixa eu comentar. Ah, tá tudo desligado. Aí não ajuda, né? Vacilo. Isso aí foi um vacilo, né? Tava achando estranho, né? Porque eu tinha jogado a primeira vez de teste e tava a legenda. Aí eu tava, acho que tava configurando o controle. Eu acho que nessa configuração eu acabei que entrando ali desativando a legenda. Vamos ver aqui. A casinha do cara é boa. Apartamento.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Tá aqui lá fora. Aqui, né, ele só fica assim, não fica ativado, né, a opção dele correr. Logo também ninguém vai ficar correndo dentro de casa. Tem que simular bem como é que seria se em casa mesmo, né? Não é ficar correndo igual um doido pra cima e pra baixo. Esse telefone, não sei se ele toca.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
Examinar as
On
maquetes.
occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Vamos lá. Cadê essa maquete? A maquete é aquela caixa. Não, essa aqui eu acho que é uma TV. Cadê a maquete, mulher?
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Faltou energia.
Alan!
Oh,
Please check the fuse
sai
box.
fora, pé.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Examinar as caixas de fusível. Geralmente as caixas de fusível ficam na entrada da casa. E
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Alice.
Okay. Hi.
Má,
You okay?
I'm sorry.
sinto muito.
It just really spooked me.
Don't worry.
Aí eu vou
We'll
jogar a
just break out
lanterna
the
na tua
candles.
cara, luz.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on,
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
Hey! I thought he quit drinking for good.
I need more
Oh, no
light
such luck.
in here.
He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly.
In many small towns, life is peaceful and not that much happens that really requires police intervention. Such is the case with Bright Falls also, and the sheriff station is really a friendly, almost cozy place. Indeed, the jail cells are more often used to sober people up than holding anyone for a longer period of time.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Everybody, this is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Vamos lá.
The visitor center is the hub of Elderwood National Park area. It's a place where you can get information about the local wildlife, directions if you are going out hiking in the forest,
Aquele cara ali falando no canto ali.
cabins in the area. It also has a nice cafeteria which looks out into the forest. It's a bright and beautiful place to stop for a while and have a cup of coffee, but it's also filled with lots of stuffed animals and mammoth skeletons and so forth. So it's not really a place that you'd want to visit at night, which is what you will be doing.
You're at cabins. Oh, Mr. Wake, I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
What happened? Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes.
Encontre o formulário.
Well, at least Max is gonna be okay.
You can't just go and meet
Vou
a
pegar aqui de café
kidnapper.
ali, né?
Those situations
Pegar
always
logo essa
end up in
garrafa de café
disaster.
antes que a-
You gotta talk to the cops.
coisas.
She's my
As coisas
wife,
ficam
and it's
pretas,
my
né?
call. Can we talk about this
Ficam-
later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds.
Leve formulário para Rusty.
Freak me out? It's
Vamos lá.
working. Ha ha!
Dá de
Let's have a
novo.
laugh on Barry.
Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Aí, Rusty. Aí
I
o
think this is
formulário
the
tá aí.
form you wanted. And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's
Pegue a
Peak?
chave e vai até o carro.
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk.
You're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al.
Vá para
Barry is a
Lover's
very
Park.
fun character to write, and frankly, a big part of that is Fred Berman, who does.
É, pelo menos quando eu tava tinha o jogo no
He's a
PC,
cool guy because
não
it
tinha
doesn't matter how
esse,
stupid the thing I write is, he actually always
esse
makes it
comentarista.
funny. He would just always find the right
Que não
tone for
conta
Barry and
não.
sort of make him human, even though he's saying something completely idiotic.
Eu vou procurar
Barry's a clown,
primeiro
of course, and you know, you could call him a greedy little weasel, and you wouldn't be far off from the
as
truth. But
garrafinhas
at
de
the same
café,
time,
né?
he's a loyal
Olá.
friend, and he's smarter than he lets on. And you know, he's got the flaming eye of
Beleza.
Mordor, so you know that goes a long way.
Vou dar uma explorada aqui. Deixa eu ver. Tá sem arma. Aqui eu já sei mais ou menos. Aqui vai aparecer aqueles corvos. Aqueles corvos e eu vou meter a luz neles, a luz da lanterna. Tô vendo aqui se há alguma coisa. Pelo menos ali, ó, tem um lugarzinho isolado, ele conseguiu pular, né? Em alguns jogos, esse tipo de cenário aqui, ele não se interage não, né? Ele nem pula, pra falar a verdade. Aqui, uma garrafinha de café. Ok. O pessoal que gosta muito de café. Loves Park. Vou ver um pouco. Opa, saltinho de alegria. Aqui não tem nada que me interessa. Com certeza eu vou pegar o carro. Dar uma exploradinha. Vamos lá.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Tem que ir a pé mesmo.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Aqui não tá dizendo pra ele entrar aqui não, né? Mas...
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever
Oi.
seen.
Você viu ali? Já tinha um cara sinistro aqui rodeando a casa.
Tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly.
E a luz?
But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Teve um cara que deu uma volta aqui.
It's my kind of exercise. Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape.
Vamos lá. Já. Vamos descer aqui. Ok. Balancinho aqui, tá. Opa. Deixa eu ver aqui, tem 7 pilhas e 24 balas. Em outras palavras, economize bastante e seja preciso nos tiros. Deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa aqui. Não tem. Vamos lá. Ai, deu um pontapé. luzinha não acende, o interruptor tá quebrado. Energia não tem, né? Mas para ligar a TV, mas vai que se só o interruptor esteja quebrado. Já sei mais ou menos o que pode acontecer aqui. Esses barulhos desses povos aí já quer dizer alguma coisa. Aqui. Eu gosto de investigar. Quer dar uma olhada ali naquele carro. Antes de entrar em alguma casa. Hosting morrendo. Vamos entrar ali naquela casa ali. Não é casa não, tio. Sei que era casa de longe, mas não é.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her.
Vamos lá. Desce aí não, que tu não vai se dar bem. Por ali. Desce por aqui, ó. Por aqui. Vamos correr pouco, evitar a fadiga.
The vision left me weak. This was no headed job.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
Socorro!
Help me!
Tem munição aqui. Ok.
Hello?
Help me. Somebody back here. Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. It was the lights in the office. I have the key. Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Vi que ele revira os olhos ali.
This couldn't be hard. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript.
Vou ver aqui as armas. É a mesma arma, só pegou munição. O cachorro.
Good boy.
Cadê os interruptores? Tem um interruptor aqui. Acenda as luzes. Vacilando, vou ter que olhar pro ponto amarelo.
Well, right now Rust is still alive, but you know that's not gonna last for long. He's a couple of minutes away from being turned into one of the Taken.
You know, and we worked on Taken for a long while, and when we initially started to build the concept, the basis was on serial killers from comics and movies.
Right.
We wanted to almost seem like immortal enemies, and they always turn up where you least expect them.
Yeah, and they seem kind of mindless. Well, that's because the dark presence just sort of strips away everything away from them. It just leaves this empty shell and fills it with darkness and sort of throws them at you. They're really about aggression and they don't really do subtle.
And that's exactly why we love the melee weapons, right? And we actually considered giving them firearms at one point. But when we tried that, I think it took away something from the unique feel of combat.
Yeah, because we kind of want them to come at you.
Yeah, they need to be aggressive, right? And I think the melee weapons also represent something old and what the dark presence is, unlike the light, which is modern and technical.
Yeah, and of course you probably notice that they keep on babbling all the time. Well, you have, but I'm talking about players. That was actually kind of an experiment because we just wrote some of that stuff on a whim for starting at the beginning, and when we got the lines back from the actor, it was creepy as hell. So we, of course, decided that we gotta have more of this stuff, and we just wrote more of it.
Exactly, just fix.
Just need hunting licenses.
Ah, miserável. Parece que tinha apertado o botão aqui.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Ha! Que voz mais sinistra.
Who urges a pardon? License, obey! Reader's instructions. At all times.
Rusty, no!
Never. No bears and wolves. Never approach any other. Cats must be leashed.
Esse bicho aqui é rápido, velho. Ei, tem que tentar desviar. Vamos lá. Ah, vai desviar, né? Botei 2 vezes para desviar, né? Perdi o time. Ah. Ok, ok. Ok. Vou dar aqui uma explorada. Vamos lá. Agora eu vou dar uma pausazinha aqui. Depois a gente continua.